Welcome in to another edition of Insomnia Maniacs Tarot with your host, Tropical Empress in Spirit. How y'all beautiful people doing tonight? Hey, Eternal. How you feeling, baby? Are you feeling better? Well, I hope your Friday was good. Mine was very interesting, we'll say. Spirit just won't leave me alone right now, apparently. I woke up with another song in my head. So, hi, Cody. Naturally, I had to do a reading on it, and I channeled some of the energy first, and as expected, it wore me out, unfortunately. So I didn't even get to do the reading at first, because some of the messages were so heavy, and, you know, how it is being an empath. It just wipes you completely out, so, I had to take a nap, and got back up. Yeah, that song was still there. I said, alright, Spirit, guess I'll try and do it now. So I did it, and then thinking, okay, I'm in the clear, okay, not gonna get to my other work. Oh, Spirit sent me a whole different song. I'm like, come on. I don't want to do this right now. So, it's been an interesting day. Hello, Aditi. How you doing? So what are y'all up to tonight? Anything interesting? Anything exciting? Or just another relaxing evening at home? Of course, I guess it's morning now since it's Saturday for me, technically. But for me, it's still Friday because I haven't gone to bed yet. I was right about Marilyn. Oh, wow. Well, how was she acting weird? What, trying to make moves on you? I told you, she ain't over you. She's acting like she is, but she ain't. Oh boy, you and I are gonna have a chat about that. Well, thank you for confirming that, baby, because, like I said, the past, now going on 2 weeks, it's like spirits unloaded Pandora's box on me. Hi, Antoro Diaz, how you doing? You know, and it's crazy because it's like, man, even I know right now someone's trying to send me a song. I know it's personal, and I even know this person wishes I would pick up the phone and call them, because they know they messed up. But am I going to call them? No. I meant what I said. You had your shot. Well, you decided that you had other options to seek. Knock yourself out. There's the door. There ain't no coming back. But obviously, they're sitting in their self-loathing, pity party type energy. Wondering if I'll think about them and missing them and this and that. Nope. So, Eternal, baby, it's kind of like, it even reminds me of one of the readings I did today. And I'm sure a lot of it would probably relate to you. Now that I sit here and think about it. I haven't uploaded it yet because I knew if I uploaded it right now, it ain't going to post right away. It'll take hours, just like the one happened last night. But I'll post it, I'll upload it before I go to bed, and it posts whenever, and then you can watch it. But I think some of it might still pertain to you, baby. Just so you know. Oh, Cody, always, baby. There's always something going on out there. Even other people's energies. It's like, unfortunately, there's so much negativity going on in the world, which, I stay away from the news and all that, but some of y'all, tell me tidbits here and there, and then I understand, a lot of people are going through it, so it's easier for, we'll say, some of the negative influences to bring out the worst in people and to bring about even the not so nice spirits, we'll say. Okay. Well, you could let me know when she leaves. I won't say anything else. So, anyhow, I hope y'all are having a good Friday night. But that's what my day's been like. It's just, the emotional side of being a psychic empath, which, in case y'all don't know what that means, I'll explain. Hold on. One of the things that makes me different from many of the other tarot readers out there is that I don't just, memorize the guidebook and turn over whatever cards and give you the generic meaning that way. I tap in the spirit world, and my spirit guides will bring forward more messages, or sometimes I turn a certain card over and it says one thing or means one thing, but then spirit will say it means something else. But the other part of it is, as a psychic empath, I literally feel other people's emotions like it's my own. And nobody has to tell me, what they're going through. Like, having a conversation, just being in the same room as them. They don't have to tell me a single thing. I would know because I'll feel it. So let's just say, for an example, I walk into a crowded room and it's a happy gathering because maybe it's like someone's birthday, right? So everybody should be in a happy, good mood, right? But if I walk in there, I could stand next to someone who's going through something completely different, and they're trying to be in the spirit of, the occasion, but they're not. They're sad because possibly, maybe, they just broke up with their boyfriend or girlfriend, so they're depressed. I picked that up. So just as much as those good, positive emotions can charge me, the caveat to it, the other side of it is when it's sad, depressed, those types of, feelings, I feel it. I can literally feel those emotions, and sometimes it makes me want to cry, but it'll drain me. It'll wipe me clean. So I always have to be careful about that. So that's why, like earlier today, I got wiped before I could even do the one reading that Spirit was trying to get me to do. And like what happened last weekend, because the energy was so sad, depressing. I even know someone's been drinking a lot, so I picked that up as well. So when y'all talk about chaos energy, yeah, I pick it up. The emotions, most definitely. And then some. So I thought I'd come on and say hi, hang out with y'all for a little bit. Hoping I could break up some of this other energy before I try and get back to my other work I was trying to do for my Patreons members and all that good stuff. So y'all got any big plans for the weekend? And Toro, I don't know what that means. I don't read Spanish, baby. So how you been, Cody? What's the gravy with y'all? You're feeling good, so you'll give me a boost? Well, thank you. I need it. Hi, Bush. Hey, Curtis. How you doing, baby? I know I got to say hi to you last night when I came on, but then because of the connection getting disrupted, I had to end the stream and restart it. So I know you didn't come back, but I'm happy to see you, baby. How you doing? How you feeling, Sergeant Curtis? Vanchika, if you want a personal reading from me, answer a question or anything, it's $5 US. You'd have to send it to my PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle. Hi, Jackie. How you doing, beautiful? Salt Lake City, Utah says thank you. Aw, you sweet babies. That sounds like heaven, Cody. I love Mother Nature. Vanchika, that includes that. So anything you need a personal answer to, it costs. You gotta pay for it. Yeah, I love Mother Nature. I actually saw a couple of hawks flying above earlier, and it's always nice to see them out because it makes me think of my daddy. My kitten, one of my kitty cats, Wolfie, he found himself a girlfriend. Beautiful black cat. So before I came on, I was outside, and he ran up to me, and then right behind him was his little girlfriend. Solid black cat, sweet as can be. Surprised me. She walked right up to me and let me pet her. Oh, nice, Curtis. Whose birthday is it? That'll be nice to go to a birthday party. It is. I'm so tempted. You know, I wanted to bring that cat indoors. I mean, she's a gorgeous cat. So I'm hoping she'll come back. I'm sure if I started feeding her, she would come. Hey, Tim. How you doing, baby? I know, right, Cody? I mean, it's not like I don't have enough cats already, but... Man, there was something about her, though. Can't explain it. It's like... There's something familiar about this cat. I don't know what it is. It's sweet as can be, especially if she's running around outdoors. You know, most cats like that, they run away from you. They're not friendly, but so blew my mind. Oh no, Cody. Oh, that's your kitty showing you love, baby. Bringing you gifts to show their appreciation and love. That's what that is. Hey, that's better than waking up and having your cat trying to stick that mouse in your mouth while you're sleeping. Someone showed me a video the other night of that. There was a guy laying in bed, sleep, and you know, you can see this cat picks up and has a mouse in its mouth, and this guy's mouth was wide open, and the cat was trying to put the mouse in his mouth. I was like, oh my gosh. It was wild. Oh, well, that's awesome to hear, Curtis. That'll be a great birthday party. She may have you was out cold. Try to put it in your mouth. Yeah, I mean, when I saw it, I'm like, oh my gosh. Now that makes me want to reconsider, like, leaving my bedroom door open for Toby. You know, hopefully he's not finding any, you know, mice in my house, but you never know. You seen what I was talking about, Sergeant Curtis? That was wild. I was like, what? No way. Uh-oh. What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you she'd get upset? Ooh-wee. Oh boy. I told you. You remember our conversation? I told you that. I told you that within this past week, in fact. Wow. I'm sorry, Eternal. You closed your bedroom door this morning, Cody. I don't blame you, baby. I would have closed my door too. I mean, most nights my door is closed because the living room's right outside the bedroom door, so the TV's on. It's like try and block the noise out so I can sleep when I finally do close my eyes. But then Toby will come up to the door and start scratching it. He'll keep scratching it until I open it up and let him in. Of course, most times he only wants to come in for like maybe 5 minutes and he wants back out. But every now and then he will hop on the bed and sleep with me. So I don't want to keep him locked in because his litter box isn't in the bedroom. So yes, it is. The weather's been very nice. Well, I'm glad you're back home, Sergeant Curtis. That's good, baby. Wow, Cody, that's crazy. Oh, Eternal. That's wild, baby. That's so wild. It's always crazy how I end up being right. And it's not that I doubt my, my gifts, but it's always wild when y'all come back to me and say, well, you were right. You said this, you said that. This would happen, that would happen. Like, can't make it up. That's wild. Oh, no, Sergeant Curtis. I do have another cat named Wolfie. He's outside. Toby's inside. Oh, that's so funny, Cody. I love it. Yeah, Sergeant Curtis. I even posted a picture of Wolfie on my channel. You would have to go under where it says post, and you'll see him. He's a white cat with blue eyes. Toby's in the other picture. He's the one y'all seen a lot because I pick him up, and when he wants me, I'll bring him in here every now and then. So yeah, you heard right, Curtis. No, Eternal. I told you, baby. Told you. And you saw all the decks I pulled out too. Like, I covered it from every angle, baby. That's wild. So freaking wild. So I've been trying to do my zodiac love readings for my Patreon, but Spirit took me down another rabbit hole today, so I had to do those first, and then do the daily collective for my Patreon. So here I am with y'all now. So yeah, Eternal, you and I gotta have a talk. Where's Marissa? Here, my cat's in the other room, jumping around. It's wild and crazy. That just gave me chills. Eternal. It really now makes me wonder, baby. if the reading I did earlier today that I hadn't posted yet makes me wonder if it was for you after all, because, yeah, it really makes me wonder now if you were one of them it was for. Mm. So what else is going on with y'all beautiful people? You know, Eternal, I could always pull out my sneaky deck. Mm-mm. In fact, I was using it earlier. Where is it? Curious. Nope, that's not it. No, where did I put it? That's not it. Mm. No, I think that's it. Yep. Did you miss anything, Sergeant Curtis? No, baby. I mean, if you're talking about, you know, this past week, I've been busy doing readings for my Patreon, and interesting enough, though, I did do a reading for Eternal, and he's telling me I was right. He didn't believe me, but Spirit said what it was, and he's now saying that I was right. It's kind of uncanny, we'll say. So I got so many different love oracle decks, like, to cover almost anything pertaining to romantic love. And one of the decks I use, actually a couple of them, you know, said what it said, and he tried saying no, he didn't believe it. Yep, I ended up being right. I heard that, Cody. When is the next full moon? No romantic text for you. I hear you, baby. I mean, I have my personal decks, like spiritual and personal growth. I got plenty of those, but I know someone had sent me some more. They just haven't showed up yet, but I'll have them soon enough. Well, baby, we need to make sure you're better than just fine. I know you are still looking for love, or at least you were last time we chatted. Waiting for her to show up. But yeah, I got all kinds of different love oracle decks. I got one that's called, it's like a sneaky deck, like if your partner could be lying to you, cheating on you, you know, if they have bad intentions, that kind of thing. And I even got one that's like, if you're in a third party situation type, like, it's wild. It's the 6th. Okay, so that's Monday, right? Yeah. Damn, it seems like we just had a full moon. Okay, baby. Sounds good, Eternal. Let's see what else comes up. Oh, I understand that too, Curtis. I get that, baby. I'm not. I'm too old for all the childish games playing around. That's why I just tell people go kick rocks. Like if you're not gonna be serious about me, In fact, I gave this advice to someone last night, and I meant to tell you this same advice. You want to know how you cut through the BS with people? You start talking to, you're dating, and you're trying to figure out where you stand with them. It's like my own personal experience. It's like after talking to someone, 2, 3 months tops, that person should know whether they want to be with you and pursue something serious or not. Okay, there shouldn't be any confusion about it. And the other way I look at it is, my person is gonna know. They're gonna know within that 2, 3 month period. They're gonna know if they want me or not. They won't be confused. And I'm not saying like, I'm expecting that person to say, okay, I'm so serious about you, let's go get married kind of thing. That's not what I mean. But the person is gonna know at the minimum if you're the one that they can see themselves, developing a long-term relationship with, making that type of, commitment as making sure it's monogamous, it's exclusive. So, and after by that third month, if they still are confused, well, I'm not your person then. You're not my person, and I set them free. That's how you cut through the games and the BS, baby. Because otherwise, it's like what I told somebody this last night as well. It's like I find that, if you let someone know up front you like them and you've made it abundantly clear to them, you like them, you want to be with them, and they still don't know what they want, after that 2, 3 month, no. Because all you're doing is setting yourself up for a Ferris wheel, and they're going to keep doing this to you, right? So it's like I told someone last night, and I've said this before, date with intention, meaning only date people who are looking for the same thing you're looking for. Because if you end up coming across someone who isn't, ready to be exclusive with anyone, and they're not looking for their serious life, long-term partner, you're going to end up putting yourself in a trap, and you're going to end up disappointed thinking that, oh, no, I'll be the one that will convince them and change their mind. They're going to figure out how wonderful I am and this and that. Don't do that to yourself. Don't be foolish. You know, if that person really wants to consider you down the road, they will, but you're not going to change their mind because you're just setting yourself up to be hurt and disappointed. So that's how you let them go. Oh, wow, Cody. You agree? Yeah, that's how I handle that. Otherwise, there's always going to be that guessing game. You know? No, I don't want my person to guess. My person's going to know. It's plain and simple. So, but I see people, I've had it happen a couple of times where, in fact, there was someone, and this was years ago, but they came to me for a reading. And, they want to know why their person they were interested in wasn't pursuing them seriously. And I said, well, have you made it clear to them that you want them, that you want to be serious with them? And they said yes. I said, okay, so when did you say that to them? Oh, well, I've known them about 4 years now. What? 4 years? You told this person 4 years ago that you want them, and you're still waiting for them to make up their mind about you? Come on. I mean, I had to be a little, what's the word? Um, I don't want to say, brutal, but I mean, I had to be very blunt. It's like, are you crazy? You want to know why this person hasn't gotten involved with you? Because they know you're still going to be waiting for them. Here you are 4 years later, and this person hasn't made a move with you. What do you think they're waiting on? What should they be confused about? Your person's going to know if they want you or not. Plain and simple. And, they appreciated, they never thought of it from that perspective and that lens. And I never heard from them again. So I can only hope that that person took my wisdom and, cut that person loose and pursued someone else. That's the only thing I could hope for, but you never know. Hi, Luz. He wants to be in a relationship like Marie and Frank Barron. I don't even know who that is, Sergeant Curtis. Who is that? Is that someone famous? Don't tell me it's like a royal family. I know the kind of relationship I want. Like, it's crazy. One of my psychic friends was talking to me a couple weeks ago about my parents. And my parents came through. And my daddy was even telling my friend about the marriage he had with my mom. And the way he had it conveyed it was like a great love story. Like, a Disney movie, Hollywood romantic fairy tale like. That's how he expressed, what their marriage was like and how much he loved her and was crazy about her. I said, yeah, because that's exactly how I saw it. They were very much in love. There were things that my daddy would do for her that I know many women would have dreamed for that to happen to them. Because my daddy didn't just marry her and then, kind of like, oh, well, I got you now. I don't have to do any of these things anymore. No, my daddy still dated my mama. He still took her out, bought her flowers, got her diamond jewelry, and this and that. So I got to watch all of that. And I always said I wanted a marriage, like my parents or like my grandparents who were married for over 50 years. That's what I want. I mean, I'm crazy. Well, I'm crazy in the best ways, baby. That's all I can say. Everybody loves Raymond. Oh my gosh, Sergeant Curtis. I used to watch that show all the time when I was younger. I didn't even remember that being his parents' name, though. I'm trying to remember what his parents look like in that show. But okay, I got you, baby. After 4 years of what, Cody? Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, I mean, that blew my mind when that person told me 4 years. It's like after even just a year, it's like a year too long, 6 months too long. Like, they could have met someone else, and that's the only way I had to put it to that person. It's like, how many people do you think you possibly have missed out on because you were stuck on this one person? And this one person wouldn't make, action towards you to y'all, being together. Look at all the other possibilities that could have come during that time period. You could already be happily married, possibly, or at least engaged to someone else. But you were so caught up in this one person. Like, no, I'm not going to get crazy about someone and it be one sided like that. Nope. Amanda, don't play that game. You're going to be as crazy about me as I am about you, otherwise it's not going to work. Because the other, side of it to me is, when it comes to, there's the mental and the emotional intimacy, right? But then there's also the physical side of the intimacy, more specifically the sexual intimacy. You're not going to get me that way if the feelings aren't there. Both, I feel for you, but I genuinely feel that you genuinely feel the same way about me. Otherwise, it won't happen. So, I just, I can't. I can't understand it, how others can do that, but, you know, I try not to judge. We're all different, but, yeah, that's me. Oh, yeah, Cody. Yeah, time is that one commodity you'll never be able to get back. So, and it definitely is the most valuable. It's something you can't replace. Once it's gone, you ain't getting that time back. But yeah, it's really wild, you know. And I think so many people get caught up in this fantasy with the person they like, and they dream about what that day will be like if it ever happens, and they get lost in that dream. And, you know, if that person ever comes towards them, they, you know, just end up being in denial. But you try and tell them and give them the honest truth. No, they don't want to hear it. They still want to get lost in their fantasy about that person. It's like, oh no, you're wrong. You know, that I know this person's gonna come around. They're gonna, you know, fall for me or whatever. It's like, okay, I I can only do so much. So, would I date someone with ferret syndrome? Baby, I don't even know what that is. You'd have to explain that to me. Are you talking about like the visual problems you have? I mean, baby, I'm not, for me, I don't go through and hold it against anyone who has any kind of health issues. Oh, Tourette's, you mean? Yeah. Someone with Tourette's syndrome, that wouldn't bother me. I'm saying it'd probably be very interesting. Oh my goodness, because I could just see, I could just see it now. You know, I get, you know, a little pissy, and then there goes the mouth, and they keep saying all the things that they've been scared to say before, and then it finally comes out, and then you never know. Oh, it definitely wouldn't be boring. You're right about that. um, I've never thought of dating anyone with Tourette's syndrome. But if someone, you know, if I came across someone that had that, it wouldn't bother me. You know, I just want someone who's very ambitious like me, who wants to build an empire with me. That's what I want. Someone who's strong like me, who's not going to fall under pressure or fall apart. I need that equal strength like me. You know, if you're to take even this Mr. Potato, like before, you know, the whole job issue, you know, he was that kind of man. And where that person went, I have no idea. I have no clue. And I couldn't make sense of it because it's like, wait a minute. Before you were this big, strong, you know, ambitious, hardworking person, like, where did it go? You know, because back then, he had the kind of strength to match me. You know, I never felt before then like if I, you know, got sick or something happened, I never feared him being able to pick up, you know, and whatever I was, you know, having to slack on or, you know, whatever. But once, you know, he like lost sight of himself, it's like, no, I can't be attracted to someone that doesn't have any ambition, who's not motivated, who's not determined, who's not, you know, a go-getter. It's just not me. You're funny. Y'all are silly. The Beastmaster movie. What's the Beastmaster movie? What are you talking about, Cody? Tourette's tech should be a thing. Yeah, that'd be very interesting. You definitely would, it definitely wouldn't be boring. But could you just imagine some of the arguments or fights people would have? Oh my goodness. I gotcha. I've never heard of the movie. I guess it's one of the movies that I'd have to look up because I have no idea. A movie from the early 90s. No, it's not ringing a bell. And that surprises me. Because I would have been around time I would have been watching some of those movies with my parents. But then I did get into the whole big documentaries, like on Crime TV and all that good stuff, or Court TV, whatever they called it. But I'll have to look it up. That'll be interesting. Oh my goodness. So what time's the birthday party tomorrow, Sergeant Curtis? Yeah, that was one of them I watched too, Cody. I love Unsolved Mysteries. I wish they would have continued it, because I really did enjoy watching it. Oh my goodness, Sergeant Curtis, I can actually imagine that happening. Or cussing out the light pole just for being there. Yes, I can see that, baby. Very much so. Okay. That'll be a lot of fun. Oh, I would definitely laugh. You know, and it'd be one of those things, and, you know, I'm probably wrong for thinking this way, but I can see myself doing this, though. Let's just say, for an example, someone ticked me off. I'd make sure my person was with me during one of those times, or if I didn't get to speak my mind and I was afraid for whatever reason, I'd go and tell my person, and they're like, oh, let's go and see so-and-so, and let them tell them off. That's probably something I would do. It's like, oh, it's just their Tourette's. They don't mean what they say. I'm terrible. It's not that I don't have a problem speaking my own mind. I do. Sometimes I do it a little too well, but no. Just try and stay in the good graces of someone. Like a family member, for an example. That'd be like my aunts and uncles, who are very proper and strict. Like, even though I'm an adult, I know better. I can't go over there and say any swear words. It doesn't matter if I'm just expressing myself a certain way. Not that I'm upset or mad at anyone. Just here or there, I might say a word Oh, heck no. Can't do that over there. So, absolutely, Cody. Could you just see that? I mean, yeah, I would. No. It's terrible, but it's also true. You know, I was watching. Hey, Curtis, there's no telling, baby. That'd be something else, though. For sure. It would be interesting. There's actually someone on that, I don't know if you've ever, yeah, if you've ever watched that, reality show, 90 Day Fiance. One of them does have Tourette's. It's a beautiful girl. Um, was she married a guy from, wasn't Russia, but it was somewhere over there. He's from somewhere over there. No, wait. I think I'm confusing him with someone else. Maybe he was from Israel, I want to say. Yeah, baby. It's called. You would have to watch if they're still on there, which I don't know. I haven't watched it in some years, but um, there's a girl on there who married a guy. I think he was from Israel, but she has Tourette's. But I think she has it pretty well managed though, because even like some of the interviews they were, she was doing. You could tell some of the stress was getting to her because I think like you could see almost like the reflexes around her eyes, like the muscles twitching. But I can't say that I've ever watched an episode where she actually had, you know, it came about. So I think it was pretty well managed with whatever medication she was on or therapy she was going through. So, um, I think she even spoke at some kind of conference some years ago about Tourette's. She was a speaker there. 90 Day Fiance is pretty interesting if you haven't watched it. And of course it's about people, you know, people from the U.S. finding love overseas and bringing their person back to the U.S. on a visa. I think they call it a K-1 visa. And they have 90 days from the time that their fiance arrives here in the States for them to get married. Otherwise, they got to go back to whatever country they were from. So that's where the 90 day, that's where the title came from. But then it's like once they got married, the show did a spin-off of it, which is called After the 90 Days. And that follows like some of those same couples who end up getting married and are still together. So she is one of them. They were still like filming her and her husband. In fact, they got 2 kids. Last I heard, they had 2, but I think there was possibly a third. Could be wrong, but so check it out, Sergeant Curtis. Let me know. I can't think of her name, but they live in Florida. At least the last time I caught an episode of it, they were living in Florida, but I think they were talking about moving to Israel because I remember them saying something about they wanted to show their children like that side of the culture, like where her husband is from. So I think they were talking about moving overseas to Israel for a little while. I don't know if they did or not, but you never know. You can check into it, honey. But that's interesting, Sergeant Curtis. I'm sure it's funny to watch her cook too. It would be pretty entertaining. Hi, Josh. I'm Gravy. How you doing? So, um, man, I think I watched a different show where someone else had Tourette's some years ago. Unless I'm confusing it with someone. I don't know. What time is it? 1:30. Almost 1:30. I might go here in a few minutes. I just came on to hang out with y'all for a bit. In case anyone wanted a reading and break up some of the energy. Deuce Bigelow. I did watch that, but I can't remember what it was about. But I do remember I did watch it at some point. Yeah, because I'm not big into movies. I know I watched a lot of the Adam Sandler movies, but Jinx. Yeah. Some of them probably would. And this would be the time of year where you would get a lot of those scary movies. Now, I like those. Now, I'll tell you the other one I liked. I owe you a reading. Say what, Cody? I don't recall owing you a reading, puppy. I used to like when I was up this time of night, you'd be amazed at some of the crazy movies you'd find. You know, movies that, were like those low budget movies, but some of the most effed up movies. And it'd be around like anywhere between 1 and 4 in the morning. Man, it would blow my mind. Yeah, because Halloween time too. Oh, Sergeant Curtis does because he jinxed you. Okay, I caught you. Well, that's up to Sergeant Curtis. I'm staying out of it. But I would find some of those effed up movies. Just it's like, what? I would intentionally be out there at that time of night when I had TV trying to find those effed up movies. You know? And yeah, around Halloween time, this time of year, I would find more of them. But throughout the year, I'd find these most messed up movies. It's like, I don't understand. It's around that time. It's like, whoa. Crazy. Y'all got my hamster wheels going now. Of course, but no, I wouldn't be going into that living room and sitting on that couch to watch no movie. Because I don't want to be anywhere near Mr. Potato. Hi, Vicky. How you doing, honey? It's good to see you. Oh, really, Cody? I'll have to look that one up, baby. I'm Gravy Vicky. Thank you for asking, honey. It's called The Cellar, huh? I have to look that one up. I can't remember the name of any of the movies I watched that were those effed up movies, but I did find quite a bit of them. And, of course, can't forget the Halloween movies, the scary movies. Yeah, I'm that kind of girl. I like watching The Exorcist and all the Friday the 13th and um what's the other one? Oh man, there's so many. What's the one with what do they call him? Pinhead? Had all the pins in his head. And then um the one that was based off of like some of the encounters from the Warrens. Hellraiser, yep. Hellraiser was another one. Hey, what's the name of those movies by the Warrens? Annabelle was one of them. So I liked all the movies that they were involved in. And what else? I don't think it was really scary, but it was just one of those wild movies. What was it? With the girl. Was it Poltergeist? Maybe Poltergeist. Yeah, the Conjuring series. Thank you, Sergeant Curtis. Yeah, I always loved the Conjuring, all the movies from that. The Lawnmower Man. Yeah, I think I watched that once, but I can't remember much of it. And then, there was the Freddy Krueger one, and which would the one with Jason in it. Yep, I'm into all that. And don't bother me. Don't ask me why. It doesn't scare me. And then, of course, can't forget about arachnophobia, even though I know it's not like a ghost, that kind of movie, but for the people who don't like spiders, it's going to be very scary. I get that. So, yeah, The Fly was another good one. So, I always love watching arachnophobia. And I'm sure every single person, after they watch that movie, I'm sure they check their toilet seats for the longest time, too. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, those are some good movies. The Fly was creepy though too, because it was like I don't know, it was creepy. It was creepy weird. It was good, but it was creepy weird. Oh, that's interesting, Cody. That's wild, baby. And then what else has come out that I've watched? Oh man. I'm gonna have to look up some of these movies now. Hey, Jedi. How you doing? How's it going, baby doll? I hope you're doing well, honey. It's good to see you. Yeah, let's see what you started, Curtis. Now let's go look up these movies. Figure out a way I can watch them, because I don't have Netflix and all that, and I don't have cable either, but I don't know. Maybe I'll figure out a way to watch them for free. I mean, I do have Amazon Prime, and I think they had something about movies on there. Oh, I love Bugs Bunny and Witch Hazel. I'm not familiar with Witch Hazel, Sergeant Curtis, but I'm all about Bugs Bunny. Trying to bend these cards so they'll shuffle easy. Ooh, I just saw a wicked card. Where'd it go? Them eyes were wicked. Oh, that was a wolf. I was gonna say. It's pretty except for the eyes being all red. See it? It looked wicked. To be. Oh, Sergeant Curtis, I remember, baby, you asked me if I had a wolf deck, tarot deck. Remember I told you I did? In fact, I haven't used it in a while. Should probably pull it out. Oh, it's nicely shuffled now. Balto. I think I've heard of that movie, but I don't think I've ever seen it. True Blood? I've heard of it, but I don't remember what it's about. Oh, that makes me think of like all those vampire movies, like the one with like Wesley Snipes. What was the name of that movie? Those movies. That's the card reminds you of in the Howling. Yeah, I got a beautiful wolf tarot deck over here. Ooh. Let's see. Put that right there. Like there's that Blade. Yeah, that's it. I love Blade. Ain't that pretty? Up close. Look at this one. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and the werewolves. What's the other one with the that has both the vampires and the werewolves at odds with each other? And it has Gosh, what is her name? She's a beautiful girl. I want to say Kate Beckinsale, but I don't think that's who it is. I think I'm confusing her with someone else. Underworld. Yep, that's it. You're such a wolf guy. I am too. I love wolves, baby. Welcome back. There's that one. There's some beautiful pictures in this. Oh, is it Kate Beckinsale? So I did have it right. Yeah, I love the Underworld series. And yes, I'm a Twilight girl too. The breath coming out of that one card. I don't know which card you were talking about, baby. And here's the High Priestess, which is supposed to be like me. You can see the wolves on the side. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I got this deck too. Because wolf is one of my spirit animals. I had no intention of really using this deck a lot. I mean, if I use it, I'll probably more so use it for myself if I ever read for myself, which I rarely do. Usually I'll ask someone else to do it, read for me. But I got it because I'm a wolf girl and I enjoyed the art of it. So, that's a pretty one. So, I could just imagine what you're talking about, Eternal. Look, Justice card. Sorry about the glare. See the wolf on the side. Let me see. Here's one howling. Oh, hey Jedi. Werewolves, huh? Yep. I'm a wolfy girl. And Sergeant Curtis, I even have a crystal that has a wolf carving in it. Or it's carved into a wolf. Let me see. Is it over here? Unless I moved it. There's a chance I did move it. So let's see. I used to have it over here. I did have it over here at some point. I don't see it. Not find it. Oh, it's buried. No wonder I couldn't see it. Hi, Ahmed. Thank you. Hi, Christine. Yeah, here's Sergeant Curtis. Look. See that? Isn't that beautiful? That's one of my crystals with a wolf carving. It really was, Jedi. You're right about that, honey. I thought that was interesting, too. That you sign on when your other sign on. And I'm going through my Wolf Tarot deck that I have. Because I had recalled Sergeant Curtis had asked me about it. Love and light to you, too, honey. And Eternal, we got some catching up to do, baby. We gotta talk. Yeah, I think that's the only other wolf thing I have. Yeah, the rest of them are like angels and feathers and stuff like that. Speaking of wolves, what? Yeah, must have Sergeant Curtis. Must have known I was sitting there talking about wolves. I manifested Jedi to come in under that name. So how you doing, Christine? It's good to see you. Hey. Okay, I was gonna say. Hills and valleys, huh? Yeah, I can relate to that, honey. I've been going through a lot of same stuff, honey. But it'll always get better. Never lose hope. No. Well, I've missed y'all too. I've just been busy working on my Patreon membership and all that good stuff. So, in fact, I gotta do another recording. I got a video to upload, and I got another one I gotta record, and all that good stuff. Oh, let's see. Aw. Well, thank you for saying that, Christine. I like being here with y'all when I can be. Spirit's taking me down Pandora's box, though, these past couple weeks. It's been wild. Like, every single time it seems like I wake up with a song in my head. Which is Spirit telling me that I gotta do a reading for someone who needs whatever messages from it. So, and when I think I'm done with it, then they give me another song, and it's like, okay. Oh, thank you. Your hands are sticky, huh? Just make sure you don't stick them to the screen, baby. Don't want to mess up that screen. Ooh, I just saw a bright spirit orb. And I never had a chance to eat. I just realized that. I don't even think I have anything in my fridge. I'll have to go see. Oh, that's all right, Sergeant Curtis. I understand, baby. It's springtime now, Jedi. It's spring for you, and it's pretty much going to be fall for us. It's always interesting how different parts of the world, it's a different season. I never knew that until one of my mods had said that it's wintertime for them when it was our summer here in the U.S. Well, hopefully the weather's getting nice, Jedi, so you can enjoy the nice weather, honey. It's been cooling off over here, especially at night. It's been nice during the day, but boy, when that sun goes down, it starts to get cold, which is why I'm looking all crazy in a sweater. Otherwise, I'd probably be shivering right now. Well, my beautiful people, I think I'm going to run because I think my stomach's getting hungry. And do something. And if I feel up to it, I'll come back a little later. If not, you know, I'll be around sometime. Don't know when. So I enjoy the chat and hanging out with y'all for a bit. Yeah, that's hot, Cody. I'm in Georgia. It's cooling off here. Oh, much love to you too, Jedi, and everyone else. So, maybe I'll get back on a little later if I feel up to it. If not, you know, I don't know when I'll be back. But I got a video to upload, so hopefully it'll post sometime before it ends Saturday night. So much love to y'all. Y'all have a good night. Thank you again for being here. Until next time, beautiful people.